I believe technology has clearly improved communication by connecting people instantly across distances, allowing voices, emotions, ideas, and information to travel faster than ever before.
I agree technology increased speed, but meaningful communication requires understanding, empathy, and context, which sometimes get lost behind screens, emojis, and short digital messages.
But Altaf, video calls, voice notes, and social platforms allow facial expressions, tone, and reactions, making conversations richer compared to old letters or delayed responses.
That is true, Annie, yet constant notifications, multitasking, and distractions reduce attention spans, causing people to listen less carefully during both online and offline interactions.
Technology also helps shy people express themselves confidently through text, comments, or recorded messages, giving them time to think before responding thoughtfully.
However, Annie, hiding behind screens can reduce real-life social skills, making face-to-face conversations uncomfortable, awkward, or emotionally challenging for many individuals.
From education to business, technology enables clear collaboration using emails, shared documents, instant feedback, and global teamwork without expensive travel or delays.
Still, written messages can be misunderstood easily because tone is missing, leading to conflicts, confusion, or emotional distance that might not happen in direct conversation.
Emojis, GIFs, and stickers were created to solve that problem. Altaf, adding emotional cues that help people express feelings quickly and creatively online.
Yet overusing emojis sometimes replaces real words, reducing language quality and depth, especially for learners trying to improve vocabulary, grammar, and clear expression.
For people living far from family, technology improves emotional bonds through regular calls, shared photos, daily updates, and celebrations across countries and cultures.
I respect that point, Annie, but physical presence, eye contact, and shared silence cannot be fully replaced by screens, no matter how advanced technology becomes.
Social movements, awareness campaigns, and emergency communication spread rapidly through technology, giving ordinary people a strong voice in society.
Speedy communication is powerful, Annie, but misinformation also spreads faster, damaging trust and making it harder to know what information is reliable or honest.
That is why digital literacy is important, Altaf, teaching people how to verify sources, communicate responsibly, and use technology wisely rather than fear it.
I agree education matters, yet many users are addicted to phones, scrolling endlessly, ignoring people around them, which weakens real human connections.
Technology itself is neutral, Altaf. It depends on how we use it, whether to connect deeply, learn actively, or waste time passively.
Fair point, Annie, but companies design apps to keep users engaged, sometimes prioritizing profit over healthy communication, habits, and well-being.
Even so, technology offers accessibility tools like speech-to-text, translation, and video captions, helping people with disabilities communicate more easily.
Those tools are impressive, Annie, and I appreciate them, yet over-reliance may reduce motivation to learn languages or practice communication skills deeply.
Language translation apps break barriers, Altaf, enabling conversations between people who previously could not understand each other at all.
But machine translation lacks cultural nuance, humor, and emotional subtlety, which are essential parts of meaningful communication between humans.
Technology also supports long-distance relationships, friendships, and professional networking that would be impossible without digital communication platforms.
True, Annie, but online relationships can feel shallow or temporary because people can disappear easily without accountability or emotional responsibility.
Podcasting, blogging, and video platforms allow individuals to share ideas globally, creating communities based on shared interests and learning goals.
I like podcasts, Annie, yet comment sections often become toxic, showing how technology sometimes encourages rude or aggressive communication.
Moderation tools and community guidelines help improve online behavior, Altaf, promoting respectful discussion and healthier digital environments.
Rules exist, Annie, but enforcement is inconsistent, and anonymity often encourages people to say things they would never say face to face.
During crises like pandemics, technology kept education, work, and social life functioning, proving its vital role in maintaining communication.
Yes, Annie, but many people experience loneliness and burnout from excessive virtual interaction without real social contact.
Hybrid communication models can solve that, Altaf, combining technology with in-person interaction to balance efficiency and emotional connection.
I support balance, Annie, because extremes, either rejecting technology or relying completely on it, both harm communication quality.
Young generations naturally adapt to digital communication, learning new forms of expression that older generations may misunderstand.
That generational gap can cause miscommunication, Annie, especially when elders interpret short messages as rude or careless.
Technology also archives communication, Altaf, allowing people to revisit messages, memories, and shared moments anytime.
But permanent records create pressure, Annie, making people afraid to speak freely due to screenshots, recordings, or future judgment.
Professional communication benefits greatly from technology through scheduling tools, project management apps, and instant coordination.
Efficiency improved, Annie, yet constant availability creates stress, blurring boundaries between personal life and professional communication.
Setting digital boundaries is a skill, Altaf, not a flaw of technology itself, and people can learn to manage it.
I agree partially, Annie, but social pressure often forces people to respond immediately, reducing thoughtful communication.
Technology allows introverts to communicate comfortably, Altaf, expressing ideas without the pressure of speaking publicly.
Yet real-world confidence grows through face-to-face practice, Annie, which technology cannot fully provide.
Online learning communities encourage discussion, peer feedback, and global collaboration among students.
Some students participate online but remain silent offline, Annie, creating imbalance in communication development.
Technology records voices, accents, and expressions, helping language learners analyze and improve communication skills.
That is beneficial, Annie, especially for self-study, though guidance from humans remains essential.
Customer support, healthcare advice, and public services reach people faster through digital communication.
Speed improves access, Annie, but automated responses sometimes feel cold, frustrating, or impersonal.
Artificial intelligence is improving empathy simulation, Altaf, making digital communication more human-like gradually.
Simulation is not reality, Annie, and people can sense genuine care versus programmed responses.
Still, technology connects hearts across borders, cultures, and languages in ways history has never seen.
And yet, Annie, many people feel more isolated than ever, despite being constantly connected digitally.
That contradiction shows misuse, Altaf, not failure, reminding us to communicate intentionally.
I agree intention matters, Annie, and technology should support, not replace real human interaction.